I'm John Lyons, and you're watching 6 Minutes. Today we will cover these topics. The Soviet Union to 1985. There were many secret reforms going on in Russia. Next, breaking news, the solidarity in Poland. We will be interviewing Gorbachev and Pope John Paul II, and finally, we will discuss Gorbachev's reforms in the USSR. Stay tuned for this very interesting segment. Now, here is David Duan talking about the Soviet Union.
During the last decade, USSR has launched a re-Stalinization, but also experienced profound social changes.
The invasion of Czechoslovakia in 1968 demonstrated the intense conservatism of the Soviet Union and their determination to maintain the current political situation. Great Russians were in fear that the greater freedom might lead to demands for autonomy and even complete independence for nations in the Soviet Union. Therefore, dissidents were blacklisted and imprisoned, while more determined protesters got expelled from the nations.
However, the Soviet Union actually experienced a social revolution and resulted in mainly three aspects. First, urban population had a significant growth, brought them more education and better job skills. Second, number of highly trained experts increased, which played important role in industrial development. Third, education and freedom for experts in their special areas helped foster the growth of Soviet public opinion.
Hi, I'm John Lyons, and I'm here to talk about the latest in TV products. Here we have our latest model, the S9000. Far better than its previous model, the S9000 has three main features that put it above the rest. 1, way better resolution. 2, a way bigger screen. And 3, way more channels. That's right, 3 to be exact. These 3 channels will let you watch all the sports, all the political propaganda, all the debates, and most importantly, all the news in Russia that you'll ever want to hear about. If you want this amazing product, come to the store today, and you can get one for as low as $1,500. That's right, only $1,500.
Today the high should be 30 degrees Celsius and the low is 20 degrees Celsius. It looks like sunshine and blue skies in most of Europe. It should be a beautiful day. But it looks like there's a storm brewing in Poland. It matches the economic state in Poland. Trouble there. Now back to you, John.
After years of economic hardship and worker unrest, people of Poland finally rose up in defiance to the Soviet Union. Here's Hallie with more on this topic.
Thank you, John, and good evening. Here is today's breaking news. There's now a trade union in Poland. For the past 18 days this August, 16,000 workers have been on strike. Pope John Paul II sparked the nation while preaching the love of Christ and the inalienable rights of man. He inspired those 16,000 people working at linen shipyards and gates to strike. We will be interviewing the Pope later this segment. Now, after 18 days, the government broke down and presented the Gates Agreement. This gave the people the right to form trade unions, freedom of speech, the release of political prisoners, and economic reforms. This is revolutionary. The people's new trade union is called Solidarity, and it's led by Lech Walesa. And now, please stay tuned after this short break.
I love you, red Solo Cup. I lift you up. Proceed to party. Proceed to party.
I'm John Lyons, and I recommend the Red Solo Cup. You can have this amazing product in a pack of 10 for only $9.99. That's right, folks, $9.99.
Hello, I'm here with the Pope himself. Pope John Paul II is most definitely a Pope of the people. He was formerly the Archbishop of Krakow before he was elected Pope in 1978. He was the first non-Italian Pope for almost 400 years. Now he's here with us to discuss his role with the strikes in Poland and his view on human rights. Hello, Pope.
Hello, I'm glad to be here. Let's get started.
So the basics. What are your views on human rights?
Well, I think that all men have inalienable rights. Freedom of speech, the right to form trade unions, and they should have security. The right should not be based on race, religion, or language, gender, or anything else. People have the right to live their lives freely. And I think of myself as being a big advocate of human rights. That is something very important to me, and I hope to help other people overcome that as well.
What do you hope to accomplish as you travel preaching?
Well, I traveled all over Europe preaching about Jesus Christ and country. But when I returned to Poland in June, I started talking about rights and such. There was a big economic crisis, and the people were oppressed by Soviet government and unhappy. There were already many riots going on. I don't know that my speeches would have such an impact, but now something great has happened in Poland. This is a big deal, and it is revolutionary. The new trade union seems to be doing great, but all I hoped to accomplish was to spread the love of Jesus.
Well, it seems we're out of time. That was too quick. Thanks so much for joining us, Pope John Paul.
Hi, I'm John Lyons, and I recommend the Walkman. The Walkman is a fun, educational, and useful product that will entertain your kids for hours on end. The Walkman starts as low as $99.99. That's right, folks, $99.99. Right now, if you call now to Kmart, you can get this product that includes 2 top-of-the-line headphones. That's right. These things will have sounds blasting in your ears like never before. If you want this, if your kids want it, call now.
Cheryl was having a bad day at work. Then she found the Walkman. From the moment those earbuds touched her ears, she had the time of her life, and work became a better place. While Tommy was standing waiting for Kylie, he was bored. But then he heard the Walkman. Now he's happy. Go, Tommy! Caleb was having a bad day after he hit the pole, and he started to cry. But then David came and gave him the Walkman. Now Caleb's happy.
As Gorbachev rose to power, Russia was at a turning point in history, ready to make a great surge forward in terms of freedom. Back in the early 1980s, the Communist elite party had a firm grasp on the Soviet government, and its chain of command reached all the way down to every aspect of life under the rule of Brezhnev and Andropov. This system was flawed, and Gorbachev knew he needed to make some changes.
In 1985, he began a series of reforms and changes in the government that are coming to be called the APEuro reforms. He began in his first year of office by attacking the corruption and incompetence within the communist bureaucracy. This led to the free elections that we now enjoy. He consolidated his power, then he started the attack on the one thing plaguing Russian society the most: drunkenness and alcoholism. He then expanded his reform agenda to allow for more needed changes. Non-Russian minorities sought independence, and he appeased them using his peace campaign. Finally, he moved this peace plan into foreign affairs, where he signed deals with Reagan, seeking to end the arms race and ease Western tensions. Here to clear some of the confusion behind this so-called APEuro reform is Hallie Marie with Gorbachev live from his office.
Thank you, John. Hello, I'm here today with Mikhail Gorbachev, the man that everyone wants to talk to, and I'm here to find out why. Thank you, John. Hello, I'm here with Mikhail Gorbachev, the man that everyone wants to talk to, and I'm here to find out why. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me on 6 Minutes.
Well, let's start the questions. What's your history prior to becoming the leader of the great nation of Russia?
Well, when I was younger, I started out as a lawyer until I became a Communist Party official in Northern Caucasus.
You have gotten very far in politics, surely not all on your own. Has anyone helped guide or support you along the way?
Actually, yes. My wife, Raisa, who is a professor of Marxist-Leninist theory, has supported me all along the way.
I thought you called yourself a communist, but you seem to be making very democratic and liberal reforms.
I do want communism in Russia, but it is falling behind Western capitalist competitors, and reforms have to be made to change that. The only problem is that my reforms have gone further than I planned them to, and have started to lead to democracy.
Would you consider yourself an idealist?
Yes, I care about the needs of my people and their living conditions.
Would you tell me about some of your policies?
I have 2 major policies. Perestroika, a policy of economic reform allowing a more free market, and glasnost, a policy of openness allowing for more freedom of speech and expression.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gorbachev. These policies have been reported to be widely popular, but I'm sorry this is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much.